I think there is no reason for Pakatan to get weaker. Yeah, the policies that Pakatan is implementing is, to me, acceptable to all who are interested in seeing a more just and more responsible and a more transparent government. Yeah. They have not, Pakatan and its components, DAP and PKR in particular from a PAS perspective, have lived up to their end of the bargain. Yeah, they've lived up to the principles of the agreement. They have not hindered us in any way from bringing about change within the Muslim community. Yeah? They have not tried to stifle Islam or stifle Islamic consciousness. They have not attempted to the best of my knowledge, to block and to prevent any development or policy that is of benefit to the Malays or to the Muslims. Yeah? So there's no real reason why there is a need for Pakatan to break up or to fail. Yeah? In comparison to when BN was in power, has there been any relaxing of regulations pertaining to beer sales? Is it getting worse? I don't think so. It's getting better. It was made into an issue by people who wanted to be seen to be championing the issue, because actually if you look at it, the beer issue occurred in Shah Alam. Shah Alam, what happened is that even during BN's time, there were various tamans which requested the sundry shops to stop selling beer. Okay, because they were surrounded by Muslims, predominantly Muslim areas, where sundry shops and particularly 24-hour shops were selling beer in predominantly Muslim areas, and the residents requested that the local authority prevent these people from selling, and it would have been resolved by when the license came for renewal. Yes. We would tell them, look, the residents have requested that you don't sell, so we are taking away, we are specifying in your license that you should not sell. Yeah, because that's the request of the residents. And that if you want to sell, it must be sold. It must be, selling to people who come looking for it, not who come and then because it is there and it's been advertised, then they buy. Yeah, so this is what Tan Sri Menteri Besar mentioned, knowledgeable customer or non-knowledgeable customer. So if the knowledgeable customer, meaning to say he came looking for it, then you sell it to him. But if he comes and he doesn't have yet no plans to buy it, but because of your advertisement of the long cool day or whatever, then they buy it. Then so we can put down all these conditions in areas where residents request for it. Yeah. From the Muslim point of view, they are, of course, the reason why people want to portray themselves as heroes in this issue is to get the support of the Muslims now. So it's perceived as PAS being not sacrificing its Islamic agenda, which of course is a plus factor for the Muslims, and it becomes a negative factor for the non-Muslims, because then they start saying that, wow, we're moving towards a Taliban kind of administration. Yeah? So I think there is no need for us to approach the issue in a I win you lose kind of approach. We should think and be a bit more creative, where we have a win-win situation. Yeah? So the Muslims will support us, and the non-Muslims will also support us. What's reported is that I told him to resign, which is not true. I told him to be a team player, and if you can't, then resign from the exco, be a backbencher. As a backbencher, if you want to criticize, it's fair. As an exco member, for you to criticize, it's not fair and it's not right. and it gives a very bad impression and a very bad image that PAS cannot be a team player. Yeah? So my statement was an advice to him, yeah, to either be a team player or be a backbencher if you want to stay as an exco member, right? So that was my stand, and I still believe that that is the correct stand for PAS to take. Yeah? If he had been unhappy, if he had asked Dr. Rani to make the statement, or if he had asked Dr. Yunus to make the statement, or if he had asked Dr. Shafi'i to make the statement, there are so many other PAS members to criticize the procedures, which is still debatable, you know, to what extent it was humiliating. You know, if the DOs cannot answer the questions and they felt therefore humiliated publicly because they could not answer the question, it's not the fault of the person questioning, it's the fault of the DO who cannot answer. And I don't think that that should be the attitude that we take. I think compared to the methods of questioning carried out by the SPRM, which is completely closed, it's a whole lot better to do it in an open and recorded manner, so that you can make sure that nobody makes statements under duress. Because what we're interested in is to find out how well the administration implemented its role in the financial management of the state funds. And for it to be done openly and recorded is the best way. And I think in the final analysis, this was what was agreed. And therefore that's why it says that we're just going to carry on the way that it's been carried out before, when he called for the liaison meeting, because obviously when he wanted to make the statement, he didn't tell us, so the statement caught us all by surprise. Then I responded because I felt that it was damaging to the image of PAS, and we must be seen to be more responsible and more of a team player. Yeah, because even on the sale of liquor issue, I didn't see why he needed to relate it to Ronnie Liu and Ronnie Liu's portfolio. I mean, if he had taken up the issue of the sale of beer and left it at that, it would have been much better. There was no need for him to relate it to Ronnie Liu and to give an inaccurate impression that Ronnie Liu was against our attempts to control the sale of alcohol. I mean, what Ronnie Liu was just doing is that from his perspective, the MBSA officers did not have the right, to confiscate the beer. I mean, okay, like he had his opinion, right? And from his perspective, he wanted to ensure that we do not give the impression that we are going the Taliban way to the general public, because obviously this is what MCA was saying, right? So I think he had his reasons, rightly or wrongly, but we must improve by having a better teamwork. And when we have better teamwork, then we can take all parties' considerations into consideration and strategize in that manner. We mustn't, that's what I was saying, is that we must think win-win and not I win, you lose, I win, you lose, and all the time.